Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to explain Git squash. You know why this matters? Because most developers dump every single trial, error, and typo as a separate commit, turning a professional project history into a chaotic stream of noise. This makes finding bugs nearly impossible. I'm going to show you how to clean it up. So what is the problem with noisy history exactly? When you push every minor change as a distinct commit, you're polluting the repository. Imagine a senior engineer trying to review your pull request, but they have to scroll past 12 commits titled Fix Typo, Another Fix, and Trying Again. It makes the history unreadable and breaks the ability to use automated tools to isolate exactly when a bug was introduced. So what does Git squash mean in practice? It is the process of taking multiple individual commits and merging them into one single cohesive commit. Think of it like editing a rough draft. You might write 20 pages of messy notes while working through a problem, but when you publish, you only show the final, polished chapter. Squashing is your editorial process for code, ensuring that the final history tells a story of completed features, not a history of your mistakes. Before we dive in, let's make sure you are set up correctly. First, verify you have Git installed by running the git version command in your terminal. If you are on Linux, you can install it via your package manager. If you are on Windows, use the git bash terminal. You should already have a local repository with a few test commits to practice on. Remember, we always practice squashing on feature branches, never on the shared main branch. Let's move on. Take a moment to review each point shown on screen. Now let us look at how this works internally. When you have a series of commits in your feature branch, the commit graph looks like a linear chain. When you perform a squash, Git takes the code changes from all these separate commits and compresses them into one new object. The history is rewritten. The old noisy commits are discarded and replaced by one clean, descriptive commit that represents the entire feature. To start, check your commit history using the git log command with the one-line flag. This helps you identify how many commits you want to squash. On line 2, we execute the interactive rebase command. The head ~3 tells Git we want to interact with the last 3 commits in our current branch. Once you run that command, an editor opens showing your commits. Each line starts with the word pick. To squash, we keep the first commit as pick and change the others to squash or S. This tells Git to take those commits and fold them into the one above them. Here, we change the second and third lines to S, which is short for squash. When you save and close this file, Git will open a new editor window for you to write the final combined commit message. This is where you summarize exactly what the entire feature does in one clean entry. After saving the commit message, Git processes the changes. The output shows the new commit hash and a summary of the changes. You have successfully collapsed 3 commits into one. Your history is now much cleaner. In a professional environment, you often rebase against the main branch. This ensures your feature branch is up to date before squashing. By rebasing against origin/main, you pull in the latest changes, resolve any conflicts, and then consolidate your work. This is exactly how senior engineers prepare a feature for a clean merge into the production codebase. Running the log command now confirms we have a single clean commit. This makes the review process for your teammates significantly faster and more pleasant. A common mistake is creating conflicts during a squash. If your commits touch the same lines of code that have since changed in main, Git will pause the rebase. Do not panic. Simply open the files, fix the code, run git add to stage the fix, and then run git rebase ~continue. Let me tell you about a real scenario. A logistics tracking platform that processed 500,000 shipments every single day had a developer team that was pushing 20 or more tiny commits for every single feature. This caused massive merge conflicts during their weekly releases. After they mandated that all developers perform a git squash before merging, the time spent on code review dropped by 40%. Reviewers could finally see the final intent of the code immediately, rather than deciphering a trail of broken commits. So, when should you use this? Use squashing when you are preparing your feature branch for a merge into the main branch. It keeps the history focused. However, never squash commits on a branch that other people are also working on. Squashing rewrites history, and if you force push, you will break your colleagues' local work. Also, if your commits are logically distinct steps that are valuable to audit later, keep them separate. Use these criteria to decide if this tool is right for your situation. To recap, squashing is your best tool for a professional commit history. It turns a series of messy attempts into one cohesive story. Use interactive rebase to select your commits, but always remember to stay on your private branch. If you hit a conflict, you now know how to resolve it with rebase continue. Finally, keep those commit messages descriptive. The why behind the code is just as important as the code itself. I believe this video will definitely be a useful video. If you liked the video, please do like and hype the video. Also share it with your friends and groups. It may be useful to somebody else. If you have any doubts or any requests, please let me know in the comments. Make sure you have subscribed to stay updated for our regular videos. Join our WhatsApp community using the link in the description because we share more knowledgeable content every day. Thank you for watching. See you soon in the next video.